Hey friends, welcome to today's video. Today I am sharing 6 of my current top makeup products, luxury makeup products, I should add that in, top 6 luxury makeup products that are worth your money. These are worth the splurge. And you guys, I do not take that statement lightly. If I'm going to really recommend a product and come at you with this it is worth your money, you know it's really good, okay? So I've got 6 products here. You've heard me talk about all of them, I think. There's 2 in here. Well, one of them is a reformulated product, but you've heard me talk about the original. And then one I'm not even sure that I have talked about here on my video because it's a product that I never apply when I apply my makeup. It's always a touch-up product that I apply later. And I just realized that it hasn't gotten a lot of love, but I've been using it for months. Okay, you guys, before we get started, I want to thank Nordstrom for partnering with me on this video. All of these beauty products you can pick up at Nordstrom in your local store or on Nordstrom.com. I will have them all listed and linked for you in the description box as always. You guys know Nordstrom is one of my favorite places to shop for anything, not just beauty related, but I also love shopping in the Nordstrom beauty department because it is just like a haven of beauty. It is a haven of beauty. I love going in store and shopping. I also love shopping online because of their really excellent customer service. And I know that if I purchase products online and for any reason they don't work out, I feel confident that I'm able to exchange or return them hassle-free. All right, you guys, let's go ahead and get started. We're going to get started with product number 1, and this is actually a new-ish product. This launched in the last couple of months. I've done a couple videos on this product already. It is the new foundation from NARS. It is the Light Reflecting Foundation. It is so beautiful. I have pretty much been wearing this foundation every day for the last 3 or 4 weeks. I love this foundation. It says light reflecting, and I think that's the best way to describe it because I wouldn't necessarily call this like a radiant finish foundation. It doesn't necessarily give the skin like this radiant glow, but it's a very soft radiance. It's so weird. I just contradicted myself. I realize that. But light reflecting basically means that when the light reflects off your skin, it's going to create this luminosity, but in a controlled way. Does that make sense? This foundation is beautiful. I mean, to sum it up, this foundation is beautiful. It's long wearing, it's lightweight. It doesn't feel or look heavy on the skin. I have gotten compliments on my skin at least 4 or 5 times since wearing this foundation. I was in the office maybe last week, and as soon as Tracy walks in, she's like, "Your makeup looks amazing." And I was like, "Oh, really?" And it was because I was wearing this foundation. It's such a beautiful foundation. I think it's really great for all skin types, honestly. Even really oily skin, I'm confident recommending this because it is so long wearing. And again, it's not overly shiny or dewy or glowy. It is absolutely beautiful. A little bit goes a long way. It blends out like a dream. The coverage is just the right amount. It's medium, but you can build it to get a little bit more, but you're not gonna look heavy or too full coverage. It's so beautiful. If you've been contemplating this foundation, go get it. Go get a sample of it at least to try. It is so beautiful. Love. NARS did such a great job on this product. Clé de Peau recently reformulated their Cult Classic Concealer, their stick concealer. I have the original here and I have the reformulation. I've been using this one for a couple of weeks now. I haven't had a chance to talk about it yet, but I was really nervous about trying it because I love the original stick so much. And you guys, this might be the only stick concealer that I love. Don't quote me. Don't quote me on that, but I'm not typically a fan of stick concealers because I can find them to be a little dry, and I have loved this one for years. It's a very luxe product, you guys, but it is so beautiful. It's not creamy or emollient, but it's not drying, and it doesn't look dried or cakey on the skin either. It's such a beautiful form, almost like a velvety matte finish. So I was nervous to try the new formula because I'm like, why would you reformulate something that's so good? But you guys, I actually like the new formula even better than the original, which is crazy. It has a little bit extra SPF. This has a 27 SPF where the original has a 25, so kind of a subtle increase there. But I find this to be a little bit creamier. It still has, a traditional stick formula finish, but it's a little bit creamier than the original. And I find that I get a little bit more coverage and it spreads a little easier than the original. Love this product. It's so beautiful. It actually kind of adds volume under the eye, which is kind of crazy to think that a concealer can do that. But it has this very velvety, pillowy-like finish that when you blend it in with your finger and just use it a little bit. And I like to use my finger to blend this out. I don't use anything. I don't use a sponge. I don't use a brush. I like to use my finger. It actually kind of gives volume to the underneath the eye area, which we can kind of lose volume there. So it's So beautiful. I love this product. If you're a fan of the original, but you haven't picked up the reformulated one, you're in for a pleasant surprise. You'll actually like this one even better, I think, than the original stick. So the Cryo Recovery Eye Serum from Charlotte Tilbury, I've been using this for a few months and I love this product. This is an eye cream that I keep up here in my makeup room. I don't use this at night. I use this before I apply my concealer. What I love about this product, it has caffeine in it, so it's going to help kind of stimulate and awaken the under eye area. So if you have puffiness in the morning, this is going to help kind of calm that down. It also has this type of tip to it, which is very cooling to the skin. So again, that also is going to combat puffiness under the eyes. The formula of this is really nice and thin. I'm going to show you what it looks like. It's a really nice thin formula, so it plays well under makeup. What I will do is I will put a little bit underneath my eye and I will spread it with this tool, but then I will go in with my finger and tap it in just to help it blend into my under eye a little quicker. Because I do apply it up here just before I apply concealer, I don't have the time to allow it to absorb into the skin for more than, a few seconds. But you certainly could apply this when you apply your skincare and then come up and do your makeup shortly after. But what I love about this is it just preps the under eye area for concealer. So I do think it's important not to apply it too early. Like, don't apply it and then wait an hour to do your makeup. Apply it and then do your makeup within the next 5 or 10 minutes, because it's going to leave a little bit of a slip to the skin under the eye, which is going to prime the under eye area for concealer, especially if you're using a drier formula of concealer, like I just talked about in the Clé de Peau. It's going to just give a really beautiful hydrated canvas for your concealer. You have to be real careful with what eye creams you use just before makeup, because they don't all play well under makeup, but this one does. It's a really great primer for your concealer. I love this product, and I really do notice a difference on the days that I'm really puffy under the eyes. This product really does help alleviate some of that puffiness and calm that down. It just feels amazing. I don't keep it in my fridge and it's still nice and cool when I apply it in the morning. Next up, we have the Westman Atelier Baby Cheeks Blush Stick. And I know you might be thinking, Lisa, we've heard you talk about this, like we're over it, give us something new. But truly, when it comes to luxury makeup products that are worth the splurge, I mean, I have a high standard for that. I have a high standard to meet that qualification. I have a high standard, and I don't have 50 products that I can share in this video. I have a select few, and this one is one of them, you guys. Westman Atelier was a brand that I sat on for months and months and months. And I worked with Nordstrom a couple of months ago, and it was on the list of products, to choose from. Basically, you have a list of maybe 20 different products, and you can pick whatever you want to try for your video. And I was like, okay, I'm going to try Westman Atelier. I purchased one product for them for that video, and I loved it so much that I went and I bought tons more Westman Atelier products. I spent a small fortune on Westman Atelier all because of this blush. It is so good. I have the shade Petal. It is what I have on the cheeks now. What I love about this formula is it is really pigmented, but you can blend it out and sheer it out. You have a lot of flexibility. So it's not a product that you'll put on and be like, oh, I've applied too much. Now what do? You can just keep blending, grab your foundation brush, tap over it, and it blends out beautifully. You can build it to get as little or as much color as you want from it. The creaminess of this is so nice and creamy, but it also stays on all day. It is such a beautiful product. Probably my favorite cream blush out there. Another one that I love, it didn't make it into this video, but I also recommend it as a backup cream blush option, is the Clé de Peau blush. This is really beautiful. This shade is number 2, and I've been wearing this one a lot lately and getting a lot of compliments on it too, but obviously the components are different. This one is in a stick, so it's easy to apply, where this one you're going to need to use your finger or a brush. But the way that I like to apply the blush, the Westman Atelier, is put it directly on my cheeks. I take our BK Beauty 108 brush, this one, and I will just go and blend it in. What I love about this brush is, again, you can blend it out sheerly, or you can just tap a little bit. You still have a punch of color and you can leave it there. Another trick is you can use your makeup setting spray, spray the brush, and then go out and blend out. Love, love, love this. I know so many of you guys picked this up after I started talking about it, because I've gotten so many messages that you love it, so I'm happy to hear that. Petal is my favorite shade, and then I also have the shade Chauchette, which is very similar. I would not recommend getting both of them. Chochette's a little bit lighter than Petal. Petal has a little bit more depth to it. Okay, next we have a product that it's probably been a while since I've talked about, but you will remember this one, the YSL 3D All Over Glow Powder. This is such a special and unique powder, you guys. You can use this in a few ways. It is a setting powder, and at first glance it looks very, you know, kind of like a natural, like flesh tone setting powder. When you look really close, it has the most subtle, like warm peachy pearlescence to it. It is beautiful. And what I love about this product is depending on how you apply it, you can see as much of that pearlescence or as little of that as you want. So if you want to use this all over the face, you can. And I don't really recommend doing that with pearlescent setting powders, but if you grab a big fluffy brush, like this is the BK Beauty 103, this is big, it's fluffy, it's loose, and you just tap it into the product and then you just lightly press on the face, this brush is not going to pick up a ton of product. So it's really going to apply a very sheer layer of product. However, if you want to go and pack on more of a highlight, you certainly can. I mean, you could even take like the Angie concealer brush, something like this. You can even pick this up and like pack it onto like the nose. Do you see what that did? Do you see that highlight that it just gave? Pack it there, or you could pack it like right here onto the orbital bone and on the cheekbone if you wanted more. This is for those of you that love or maybe I should say this. This is for those of you who maybe don't love an intense highlight, but you want to find some ways to bring the skin to life. This powder will do that. So you can use it a lot of different ways. You can also use this on the eyes. I find that this powder is beautiful underneath the eyebrow because it has just the a level of sheen and it's a good lightness color. It's not too dark. It's a little warm. You can also pop a little bit of it in the inner corner right here to brighten up the eyes. That's really pretty. What makes this powder so special is how subtle it is. It's subtle, so again, it makes the skin come to life and look beautiful, but it doesn't look obviously like makeup. It is such a special powder. I love, love, love this product. So we are down to the last product. This is product number 6, and I do not recall if I've even talked about this on YouTube, but I've been using it for about 6 months. I discovered this because Tati talked about this in I think it was a favorites video or some type of video, and I had never heard of it, and I raced out and got it. It is the Hourglass Retouching Fluid. This product is really unique, and it was kind of exactly what I was looking for but couldn't find. So it looks like a concealer. You pull it out and it looks like a concealer. It swatches like a concealer. Let me show you the color. This is the shade Natural. It does come in different shades, but this is the shade I have, Natural. What this is it is a retouching fluid, just like it sounds. So, you know, halfway through the day, at the end of the day, when you look in the mirror and you feel like your under eyes need some retouching, but when we go in with concealer and layer concealer over concealer that's been there for 8 hours, it can tend to look heavy and cakey, and it's not really the look that we're going for. This is what you go for. So you grab this and you can apply this literally over your makeup, so over powder, over concealer, over foundation, and it is just going to revive and give your makeup another life. So I use this under the eyes to re-brighten under the eyes, to add a little bit of coverage. It's not a heavy product, it's very thin, but it is going to give a little brightness and a little bit of coverage. So this is a great product to keep in your purse. It is a special product. It is very unique. I have never tried or found anything like this that works as well, and it's not going to disrupt the makeup that you have on. Really, really love, love, love this product. So there you have it. Those are 6 high-end luxury products that are totally worth the splurge. Let me know what you think. Do you agree with me? Do you have any of these that you absolutely agree with? Let us know. What are your top favorite high-end luxury makeup products that you feel everyone needs? You feel like anyone that tries it is going to love it? Let us know in the comment section below. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you have a beautiful day, and I will see you guys in my next one. Bye!